Hello, so this is another tip when it comes to organizing your sewing and creative business. I'm actually sitting on the floor so I can show you something. All right, this is technically a shoe holder. So let's see, 5 across and 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So there's 20, oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 30 holes. And here's a plastic shoebox. So I wanted to show you something. All right, I don't own that many pairs of shoes, but I did buy this for the craft and sewing area that I have dedicated in my room. Those are 3 of my original art dolls that I have for sale. And then up here on top, let me see. I just have, these are some frames for my art. This is notes, but there's plenty of space up here, so you can definitely organize it to how it fits you and your needs. I don't have a lot of room to work with, but I want to make sure that I use the room that I do have available for my sewing and keep it organized and clean. So we'll just go through. On top, these are 3 originals that I drew and created myself patterns. So those will eventually be for sale. I'm gonna sell the finished products, and then I will sell the patterns too. And then across this row, I have some like stabilizer paper, and I keep everything. Even if it's this small, I keep it because I'm sure I can use it. I have my iPad and some of my business notes here. This is my pressing paper, or pressing cloth, I should say. It's just muslin scraps. So whenever I stabilize the material for my memory bears, I like to keep those and then reuse them often. Over here is some of the old and broken jewelry I use for the mixed media art that I have. I just have that laying here for now. Now this is actually a really pretty summer top that I'm going to hand embroider a design on, and I'll try to remember to film that and show you. This shoebox has hand embroidery in it. These are the projects I'm currently working on, and I like to keep my current hand embroidery projects in a plastic bin or plastic shoebox. This happens to be, it looks like a 3-inch, let me see. Oh, that's a 6-inch embroidery hoop in there. So you can see, I try to keep all my projects organized. That way, if I feel like going downstairs, then I'll just pull that out and take it downstairs with me while I watch TV. This is also a hand embroidery project I'm working on. I have my devotional Bible and my notepad right here. And my husband bought me this from, on Hilton Head Island last year. I thought that was nice of him. And I'll get to this in a minute. That's fabric. I have my little hand embroidered art that I'm working on. Some more frames. This is just a stencil that my husband bought me that I'll use eventually. Now, you'll see in some of these cubbies down here, I have different fabrics. And what I've been doing is pulling the fabric from my shoebox and then matching the fabrics together and putting them in each little spot. That way, it's just easier to see which fabric goes with, goes together, basically. It makes it as simple for me when I'm creating the next project. Like this is a little hand embroidered drawing I did, and I just knew that these colors worked really, really well together, as well as this hand embroidered design. Let me see. This one just says aim high. And all these colors go well together, so I will turn those into a product and sell that Over here, I have 2 additional shirts that I'm going to hand embroider. This is just a plain gray t-shirt. This is another kind of like crocheted type of lacy shirt that was given to us that I'm going to hand embroider a design on. Down here, I have my little bunny rabbit with his little 3D puffy tail. Let's see. And then these fabrics all go really, really well with this hand-stitched bunny. Same here, so I think you get the idea. Now, if you are creating, memory bears or sewing, you know, for other people, and they ask you to save their remnants, this is a remnants from a memory bear order that my customer requested that I keep for her. So I am actually going to keep these up, keep them organized. This is one customer. Otherwise, if I had several customers all at once, these would actually be labeled. And eventually I'll be able to show you that. These are just empty for now. Again, this is just some hand embroidery work. Samples, little samplers that I've done that I need to turn into something, perhaps maybe a wall hanging of sorts. But I like to keep my projects out kind of in the open, but organized, because I just don't ever know when I'm going to get in a rut or have a creative thought and see these laying out here. I do need to go ahead and go through this and organize it into these little holes. This shoebox is fabric scraps, and I try to keep all of my scraps, or at least the larger ones, and make scrap busting projects. Let's see what this one is. These are all pattern pieces, and let me see here. This is a stack of patterns, both sewing and hand stitchery, that I really like. This is an original one here. This is a project that's actually stickers, project or planner stickers, sorry. This is an envelope sent to me. Whoops, I don't want the address to show. They sent me that envelope, and I'm going to donate some time to a nonprofit, and I need to get that project done. If you're also buying your polyfill in the larger bags, now polyfill comes in smaller bags. This is a large bag, and then they come in like a 25-pound box. If I were to have a box, I would just stick it right there. But with my polyfill bag, what I'm going to do is just keep this up here. It's out of the way, but it keeps it organized. So let me zoom out a little bit. That's my here. What is this? Burlap. Sorry. So I bought this at Joann Fabrics, and they throw this cardboard away, and I just asked if I could have it, and they let me have it for free because, you know, I bought burlap. I have plenty of space to go ahead and keep organizing my fabric into projects, cubes, and then obviously that'll be folded nicely and then put up there, organized. I'll probably put all my frames together to free up some space, and then that doesn't need a whole cube by itself. So I'll most likely move that. I know that my jewelry right there is going to go into the very large bin of broken jewelry I have, which is in my mixed media art area on the first floor of the house. That and those 3 items will actually go together to free up some space. Sorry, I'm filming with one hand. That's the best I can do. I'll move all my frames up. And they can actually go right here. So there, I just freed up that space. This can go up here with my iPad, because I use my iPad for quite a bit of the filming whenever I use my tripod. So anyways, I mean, there's like I said, there's 30 whole shoebox size openings here. So there's plenty of space to organize and keep you and your customers organized neatly. Packaging paper. This truly was a really good investment, and I don't remember really what I paid for it. It wasn't much at all. This is metal. This is just fabric. But I'm sure that your major stores have these probably all over the place. And they're probably on sale whenever college starts, because that's typically when I see these advertised, is back to school time. But I hope that was helpful. I was trying to see if there was something else I could show you that might be helpful as far as organizing your, like I said, definitely keep a space for your patterns, because you don't ever know when you're going to need them. One of the things I noticed when making an order for 5 memory bears was that I needed to keep 5 sets of patterns out. And so that's what this is for. This shoebox right here. I mean, I duplicated the pattern 5 times for that order. That way, every single memory bear had its own set of pattern pieces, which is very, very helpful. And then by organizing your fabric by colors or themes, whatever you prefer, it just makes it so much easier to reach for things. You know, I have 3 of these. I know I don't need any more of that. I have pink flamingo, that can go there. Here's a whale and a shark, so those can go together there. These are both owls, and even though they're not the same color, it's like we have a summer and spring, and this is like a winter owl, it's still the same type of animal. So those 2 can go there. I have, this is also summer, like 4th of July, so I'll put it with the whales. This is pink, I'll put it with the pink flamingos, and you can just stagger them inside. It might just make it easier on you. Again, find what works for you. These are the same, or very similar in color, so I'm going to put those together. This is my vintage Winnie the Pooh, and I remember buying these together. So these are actually going to go together right there. And there you have it. I mean, now I have an empty shoebox. So that's a plus. Having an empty shoebox is a plus for me, because I can use it for other things. I'm trying to get this in here with one hand. All right, I'm just going to leave it upside down. It's not going to hurt anything laying like that. All right, and then I have this fabric. I have remnants of lace, which can pretty much just go right, can go anywhere really. This dark blue, I think it's pretty. And I'm thinking it goes well together with these. So I will fold these together here, put them there. Have a summer print with little bugs, adorable, right? And that kind of goes with these colors. I have different purples with a variety of little monsters, and I think these go really well together. So I will take all of these, and again, I'm using one hand, so that's the best I can do. And I will put these together. Whoops. And I will put these up here for now. These are my childish spring colors. I think those will go pretty well. These are scraps, and I did have a scrap bin, so these go in a scrap bin for a scrap busting project. This is just my packaging whenever I ship my frames. So I will put this with the frames right there. There we go. All right, so let me step back and show you that I have it organized. We can straighten it up as we need to, but really this is a great idea if you have a small space, but you need to keep your customers' orders and projects organized. All right, guys, I hope you like. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye.